Hey dreamers, this is Jay. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to do a quick flip of my February entries here in my creative journal. As you can see, I'm in my Chic Sparrow. I do believe this was Sunset Boulevard. It was so light when I got it. I just wanted you guys to see the patina on it. It's very dark now, very rich kind of brown going on here versus the lighter color when I first got it. Anyway, really enjoy this. So let's get into it and get to the February entries. Let's see. Okay, here. So here we go. Starting, I do believe I have process videos for most of these. Probably not all of these, but most of them. Anyway, obligatory snow documentation here. We had snow. I hate snow. It's too cold. I don't like the cold. Point blank period. The only thing that I really liked about this is, as you can see here on this picture, you see the print in the snow. So we had a deer come by, so cute, and it reminds me of Chopper from One Piece, and he is adorable. So yeah, I had to document that. And then here I discovered CBTV. The first time I ever saw somebody reacting to TV, like me watching them watch TV, was a show called The People's Couch that used to come on Bravo. I don't know why they stopped showing it, but they used to have people watching, like several different families or friend groups watching TV shows and commenting and stuff. And I swear, like, the commentary was always something that I was thinking, and I just loved it. I loved it. And they would have like shows on like Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, etc., etc. So yeah, it was great. And so ever since then, I've really enjoyed watching other people react to shows and movies and stuff that I like. So I discovered this girl called CBTV, and she was reacting to the first season of One Piece. So I definitely had to check her out. I have since watched her other reactions to other things like Exo Kitty, Weapons, the second season of One Piece, other stuff too. And then she's currently reacting to the Off-Campus series, and I finally finished the first book, The Deal, so I shall be watching that soon. So probably in the next week or two I'll be watching the Off-Campus series. I wanted to read the book before I watched it. Anyway, on the 8th, even though my brother's birthday is the 10th, we celebrated his birthday on the 8th. So this is just a quick snap of him opening up some of his gifts and stuff. And then this was also the day of the Super Bowl, and Bad Bunny performed, because I honestly couldn't care less about a Super Bowl. The only time I typically tune in is during the halftime show. So if they're having somebody I want to see, if not, then I could go my whole life without ever seeing anything about a Super Bowl. But if there's a performer I want to see, I will tune in. So like when Usher came, or that halftime show when they had Dr. Dre, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, I think Mary J. Blige, etc., etc. Tuning in, okay? Next up was the 14th. And I think this day I completely forgot it was Valentine's Day. Anyway, I was on the hunt. I went out shopping because I was on the hunt for a new towel rack for the back of my bathroom door. So I checked different places like Home Goods, Ollie's, Family Dollar, Bupkis. I couldn't find what I was looking for. So yeah, anyway, the Snooker stopped by and gave me this card, which I thought was cute. So I made a little copy of it and stuck it here. And then, of course, on the 21st, the Yankees was playing, and I love the Yankees. So this is my favorite player. His name is Trent Grisham. But as you can see, look, do you see the mustache? I call him Stash because the mustache is outrageous. And then when he takes his helmet off, his hair's all wild and crazy. And so I call him Bert and Ernie when he does that, because the hair is crazy looking. So anyway, so yeah, just recording the Yankees game because I love them. They actually come on at 6:40 today, so I need to get myself prepared. And here is the stuff that I finished that I wanted to make note of. I had been watching Twinkling Watermelon, which is a K-drama. I watched this on the Viki channel, and they gave me 1 or 2 free episodes, and then I had to subscribe because I wanted to see the rest of it. And it was so good. It's so sweet, and I love this show. It's so good. And then me and my friends, we watched typically with like the Game of Thrones, any of the George R.R. Martin shows, me and my friends and my sister will watch them, of course, in separate places. We'll start them together and just text about what's going on in the episode together, back and forth during the episode. So we have been watching A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, and this was the finale. So we finished that up. Really good show. It was a slow start, which I knew because I read the book. But yeah, it definitely got actiony towards the end there. So I'm looking forward to the second season of that. And definitely looking forward to the third season of the House of Dragon that comes on, I think, sometime in July. I think it starts. Either late. No, actually June. I think it starts in June. So yeah, I need to get up with my friends so we can coordinate what time when we need to start it and get together, make sure we're together for that. Anyway, so yeah, House of the Dragon, I think it's probably not next week, probably. Anyway, I'm getting off track. So yeah, basically, so I finished these two shows, love them both, especially Twinkling Watermelon, which is so good. And so moving on, this was the one that I don't think I did on camera, but I just wanted to make note of it so it doesn't have a specific date. But around this time on TikTok, this cute little monkey, I know it's a specific kind of monkey, but I can't remember what it is right now, blew up on TikTok, and his name was Punch because he was in his enclosure, and unfortunately, like, his mom abandoned him, and he would be bullied by the bigger ones, the bigger monkeys and stuff. And they say that this is like normal behavior and stuff, but I mean, he just captured everybody's hearts, and we was like, what is going on here? Somebody go save Punch from these little heathens. And so they gave him a little plushie, and so he would use the plushie as like a comfort and like a surrogate mom or whatever. He was just adorable, and I just hated to see him being bullied. So I had to make note of what was going on there, a baby Punch. And I got him with a picture of his favorite animal trainer or keeper that goes in there, and every time he's in there, Punch goes directly to him and climbs up on him and stays with him the entire time he's there. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe they said that because of what was going on with Punch, that this guy agreed to come in more often to kind of soothe him and help him out. And I just had to write about it. It was just so good. Anyway, Punch is doing better now. He's made friends, and he's not being like bullied as much as he was. And I think that he has gotten to the point where he has enough friends and enough interaction with the other monkeys that are positive that he's let the plushie go. But I had to make note of this, so yeah. And then here is where my February faves are supposed to be. However, I realized when I was filling this out that I was putting in March's content. So we're going to go through my March faves, and in March, when I finally get to those entries, we're going to go through my February faves. So here we go. For March, pretty good watching month here. The Lincoln Lawyer, I do believe that was the 4th season so far. Chef's kiss. Okay, I love the Lincoln Lawyer. A lot of series, they start off good and then they start getting like or whatever. So far, this one is holding strong. I am very intrigued by this, and I'm looking forward to the next. At least it looks like the way the 4th season ended, there's going to be at least one more season. So looking forward to that. Of course, you guys know I had to watch a season 2 of One Piece. Finally, it came out. It dropped. The first season dropped in September of 2023. So we've been waiting. I've been waiting at least all of this time for the second season. 3 years. Do better, Netflix. Okay, do better. Okay, but it was worth it. Okay, because this second season was so good. It was so good, and then we got to meet a new crew member. I can't tell you how much I love this. I was laughing, I was crying, I was all the things, okay? So if you have not watched One Piece, I keep telling y'all this. Start with the live action, and for me, I think you'll want to go on to start watching the anime and reading the manga. That's what happened to me. But start with the live action. It's so good. It's so wholesome and cute and sweet. I can't. Anyway. My Dearest Nemesis, this was a K-drama. I ended up watching this because it had the kid from Weak Hero and the young lady from True Beauty. I love them both. So I was like, oh, I'm watching this, and it was so good. I enjoyed the entire thing. So Boyfriend on the Man, that was pretty good, like that. And then the third and last season of Heartbreak High. Oh, that's the show that it reminds me of, that came on Cinemax, that they cut off at one season. It's called Generation, and I'm telling you, that show was so good. But this one gave me all of the Generation vibes that I needed. Okay, so check Heartbreak High out if you just kind of want a show that is kind of takes you back to your young and teenagery years. Okay, so yeah. And then my entire watch list was Wonderful World. That was another K-drama. And that one starred Cha Eun-woo. And basically it just showed me his range, because he typically stars in like the romantic or swingy type of K-dramas. But this one, he was basically more of a villain. And he did so good. I just love him. He's so good. And so One Piece, Skypiea, this was the anime. I got through Skypiea. And then I watched Young Sherlock. Of course, I was watching that because it was a Guy Ritchie production. If it's Guy Ritchie, I'm watching it, okay? I'm watching it. And I loved it. I just love his style of storytelling. Like, every time. I love it. The Lincoln Lawyer, The TikTok Killer, One Piece Season 2, Inside the Manosphere, Lovely Runner, another K-drama, One Piece, Water 7. I love the Water 7 arc. And that went into in its lobby. Oh, so good. Anyway. Boyfriend on the Man, Seven Dials. That was a show adapted from I think an Agatha Christie book. So yeah, that was pretty good. Peaky Blinders, The Immortal Man. I do believe this is the last of the Peaky Blinders series. It was a movie. That was pretty good. One Piece Season 2. I watched that twice. And My Dearest Nemesis. So yeah. Anyway, reading list for the month. The Secret World of Maggie Gray. For me, I do not recommend that book. I know people rave about it, but I can't get past the fact that every single man in that book had something very nasty and vitriolic to say about women. It was disgusting. I couldn't stand it. Even the faculty, like, you expect that kind of shit from students, but even the faculty was like, I was like, no, absolutely not. So yeah, but I ended up, because I was listening to it on audiobook. I think that's why I finished it. So, and I was hoping that it would get better, but no. The Seduction by Nicole Jordan, really enjoyed that. It was my first book by her, and I have since bought the rest of her books. I will probably post that on my book channel when I'm ever able to get that up and running, because I just have too much stuff to think about right now and going on. Anyway, I stumbled upon, Beyond Scandal and Desire, Lassiter. That was the that was the angel book from the Black Dagger Brotherhood series that people have been wanting for years. So we finally got Lassiter's story, and that was pretty good. Enjoyed that. Somewhere I'll Find You, City of Mirth and Malice. Really enjoyed that. That was the second to House of Bane and Blood. And I do believe that was a duology, so it's finished. And then The Magnificent Rogue, I just kind of stumbled upon this. I was looking for something else, probably with Magnificent in it, and this came up, and I was like, that looks interesting. And I actually enjoyed it for the most part. There was a little bit of sketchy stuff in it, like, but I know it is part of the times, so I'm like, I can kind of rock with it, just because I know that that's how things were back in the day. But like the love interest of the girl in this was like 16 years old, and I don't know how old the guy was. I feel like he was in his like, they didn't explicitly say, but I think he was like in his 20s or early 20s. But still, that kind of stuff can get sketchy. So, but other than that, pretty good. Once and for All, The Monkey King, Journey to the West. As for music, I was playing on repeat the song called I Love Me Loud by China Style, so I just wrote a few lyrics here. And then what was on my top 10 for my Receipt of 5, I Love Me Loud, How Did I Become a Millionaire, Olivia Dean, Be My Own Boyfriend, Olivia Dean, Emily by James Arthur, One Call Away by Chingy and Jason Weaver. Oh yeah, I forgot I was revisiting that song. My Band, I'm sorry, I don't even know what that is. Waste Your Time by Connor Maynard. Camera, Ed Sheeran. Ordinary Wedding Version by Alex Warren. And Perfect by Ed Sheeran. So that's what was going on in March for my favorites. And next month you'll get my February favorites. And let's hope for the rest of the year I can keep them in the months that they're supposed to be in. So yeah, that is it for my flip for February. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I appreciate everybody's love and support, and I hope you all have been safe and well, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.